Here she is, looking fabulous, fabulous. Wherever you are. So Zarra is here with the head of delegation from France. So would you like to introduce yourself? I think there's a microphone.
So hello, I'm Alexandra Redamiel at the French delegation, and I'm so happy to have Zarra in my artist crew this year.
Well, this looks amazing. Doesn't this look fantastic, everybody?
Thank you, thank you.
Zarra, welcome to EuroClub.
Thank you.
Welcome to Liverpool. How are you finding Liverpool?
Very nice. I love the weather.
We let the weather on for you.
It's changing like me, so I love it. But people are really nice and the food is good, so I'm really glad to be here.
Great. Now, you had your first rehearsal yesterday, and I think we've probably all seen a little bit of that on TikTok and the photographs. On your Instagram story, before you rehearsed, you promised that your performance was going to be dangerous. And I was like, how can it be dangerous? You know, are you on a kind of a high wire? And actually, when I saw the performance, you're on a 5-meter high podium.
Yes.
Is that quite scary?
It is.
3 meters, not 5.
Yeah, it is, because you know when you're up there, it's you think about falling, and it's quite scary. And I only have like the security is well done, but you never know. So you always have that thought in your head. But after that, you know, the show must go on. You know, you just do your job.
So can you tell us a little bit about the staging and how yesterday's rehearsal went?
It was great. It was really weird to see, you know, after all those weeks, to see it in real time, and I was really impressed. Everybody was extremely nice. We have a lot of work to do still, but we are really glad with our decision in the stage that we choose.
Okay, good. I've got one more question for you before we have some questions from our audience here. Obviously, you're Canadian from Montreal, and I noticed that you said that in your favourite top 5 Eurovision songs ever, that includes Lara Fabian with Quoi and Céline Dion with Ne partez pas sans moi. I was just wondering what kind of influence those artists have had on your career and you as a singer and performer.
Well, there are 2 great performers. They have amazing voice, and when I was a little girl in Montreal, I was watching those artists on TV, but I would have never thought that one day I will, you know, have the same debut as them. And yeah, I feel really humbled by that, and I don't know, it's maybe a sign. It's all the Canadians that came to Eurovision had a great career after, so I think it's a blessing.
And obviously Natasha Saint-Pierre also represented France, so I think you're the 2nd Canadian to represent France. Aside from those people, could you tell us about some of your other musical influences?
Well, I just recently have a music career, like I started 3 years ago, and 10 years ago I didn't know how to sing. I didn't understand it. I didn't have the voice that I have now, and I learned with some great artists as Edith Piaf, Julie Bessie, Barbara Streisand, and it's with those artists that I understood music. So my influence in my music always gonna be like old American song or old French variété d'antan. And yeah, they are my woman, they are my teacher, and I live through them.
Thank you very much. I have got more questions, but I think I should ask people out here if they've got some questions. So if you have a question for Zarra, please raise your hand. I can't really see people very clearly, but hopefully someone will have a question. There's a question down there.
Hi, it's TJ from OutTV. Of course, you are very high regarded when it comes to fashion and creativity. I wonder if you could tell us a little bit about what the journey has been like to create the outfit, the dress, and the look that we see on performance, which is magnificent.
Thank you so much. But it was really, really hard. We had ups and downs. We had an image. I wanted to create like a jewelry, you know, something that is powerful with a little bit of red. And I think everybody knows that black is one of my favorite colors because I think it's a strong color for a woman. And I worked with Romain Tenivin, which is a creator from Paris, and he did everything by hand. Like every Swarovski was by hand, and we wanted to be very bright and comment on dit brillant, sparkling on the stage. And I think that's how I see Paris. When I came from Canada to Paris, I saw La Tour Eiffel sparkling at night, and it stayed with me. So I wanted to give that on the stage.
Thank you. Have we another question at the back there? Is that Alistair? I'm just going to get a microphone to you.
Hi, Zarra. Alistair Birch from Australian Radio. Can you tell us about your garden back home and the connection of your garden to the song?
My garden of hell. Well, my garden back in Canada is probably dying right now because it's been months I didn't take care of it. But what do you mean by that? She left.
I heard that Benny was inspired by your garden to write the song.
Oh, not for this song. It was for a song called Fille de Joie. Fille de Joie, but no, it was not inspired for. But it's always an image that I have, you know, when you try to create life. I think a garden with a flower, it's the most, it's the image that I have. And I wanted to explain to people sometimes you have a dream and that your garden is your dream, and you have to water it with your pain, with your love, and with your dreams.
Thank you. Do we have any more questions out there? While we're thinking about it, I'll ask a question. How did you come to become the French representative this year? How did that happen?
I'm going to let Alexandra answer that question because that was her choice.
You know, just 2 years ago, she created a beautiful song, Tu t'en iras, and I am also head of entertainment and games, and so I follow all the artists, and really it's heart attack because she was. I love La Zarra because she's so French, like Edith Piaf, and so Lady Gaga, like Eurovision. So it was the perfect match. And I want to say I won't work with her, so I follow her 2 years, and this year she said me, okay, we go together.
Well, I think we're all very pleased that this happened because it's a fantastic song, and as you know, it's one of the favourites to win this year. You talked about a song there, Tu t'en iras, which I think is fantastic. If you've not seen that song, certainly the video is don't mess with La Zarra in this video, certainly if you're a man, because she's just going to kill you. So
no, seriously. I don't kill, they kill themselves.
Oh,
because they're stupid.
But it is a brilliant, brilliant song. So do check that out if you're not aware of that song. Obviously, we talked about Celine Dion earlier, who has had amazing success. Started her career singing in French, and then moved to also singing in English, but singing in both languages. Obviously, at the moment, I think you sing solely in French. Would singing in another language, most probably English, be something that you might want to do in the future?
Yes, I have a plan for that. I work, as you know, with Banks and Ranks, who work with all the great artists, as Dua Lipa, Sean Paul, and we have a project together, maybe not in 2 years, but soon. I would love, because I love many styles of music, but I would love to do an album for the English market.
Brilliant. Alistair has another question, so that's fantastic.
We'll see if this one's better. Zarra, one of the other artists is singing about Edgar Allan Poe this year, but you have a special reason for liking a different poet, Victor Hugo. Can you tell us about that, please?
Well, because when I choose my stage name, La Zarra, is from I have a double name, Fatima Zarra. And I went to the internet to see if there was another artist called La Zarra, and I stumbled onto that Victor Hugo poem, was talking about a woman who was chasing her dream and her freedom, and I felt very connected with that poem. I encourage everybody to read that poem, it's very fantastic.
One of your, I think your most favourite Eurovision entry is L'Oiseau et l'Enfant by Marie-Myriam, which won the contest in 1977. The UK came second that year, so thank you for that. But no. But we won the year before and France was second the year before. But I believe that song, L'Oiseau et l'Enfant, is quite special to you. Could you say a little bit about that?
Yes, my mother used to sing that song to me. I didn't know for many years that it was a Eurovision song, but I have a strong connection with it. It's very emotional. And I had the pleasure to receive a message from Marie-Myriam, who encouraged me in my journey to Eurovision. So everything is a dream. I don't know if it's going to stop, but I enjoy it.
Well, I think the omens are here for a win, because obviously Marie-Myriam won in the United Kingdom, and she won in a city, London, beginning with L, like Liverpool. So
too much connection.
It's all there. It's all there. No pressure. No pressure.
Oh yeah.
Do we have any more questions out there? Don't be shy.
Salut les Zarra.
Salut.
Je m'appelle Paris. I'm from Gadio, an LGBTQ+ station in the UK. In the LGBTQ+ community, we call this the Gay Olympics, and we absolutely love it. How excited are you to bring the party to Eurovision?
Oh my God, I am very excited. I look very calm right now because I'm a little bit tired, but there's a fire inside of me, and I want to put that fire on the stage. And yes, and I'm very humbled because I feel like my career started because of the community, and all of my friends are from the community too, so I feel very connected, and I will be nothing, my music will be nothing without you guys, so thank you.